All right, everybody, let's just hop into this show and let's get started, and we'll go from there. Okay. I was going to play some music ahead of time, but it's okay. Let's do this. Here we go. It's 11:32. I didn't even do 5 minutes. Today's guest is, excuse me, Rhys. Rhys is here, and we're going to talk about his presence here on TikTok. And he's a friend of a friend, so that's what it's all about, right? Because this show, it happens to be called, wait for it, it's coming. Are we ready? It's almost there. You can hear me, thank you. Chat and chill with friends. Yeah. Thank you. So I was sending messages a while ago, and then I got to doing some other things, and all at once I looked up and I went, "Oh, it's time. I gotta get started." I don't like that. I like to be like right on time. And I give people a warning usually. I usually give a 5-minute warning, but I didn't today. I just kind of like, "Oh, I'm on." Yeah. So let's get our guest up here. Are you ready for our guest? Our guest today is a rocker. He's cool. He's a friend of a friend. So let's put him up. Everybody, and please, could you share this out? Because TikTok doesn't push my show out. Okay, little Ironhead, she already did it. Let's invite our friend, Rhys. Yay, woo! Yeah. So the first question I ask everyone here is, what time zone are you in?
I am Dublin GMT.
Okay, so you're in GMT, so you're like 6 hours ahead of me. So it's
Yeah.
evening. It's evening
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
F.
Oh, okay. Oh, Doc's just joined. See, I was late getting started, and so yeah, Doc's is here. Is Flutter here? If Flutter's
No.
not, if Flutter's not here, can somebody please share it to her a little? Somebody to make sure she's here because she likes to be here. Yeah. Okay, and she's the friend of the friend. So Flutter is a friend of mine who is also a friend of yours, and she's your moderator, right?
Is indeed.
Indeed, yes.
Has been for a couple of years now, I believe.
Really? Oh, she's here. Oh, Flutter's here. I just didn't see you, hun. I'm a little scattered. I got started late. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, she's here. She's here, little. She's here. So the next question I have to ask, and it's the teacher in me, because I'm a retired teacher.
Yeah.
I know Flutter calls you Rhys,
Yep.
but your formal name is it Jon Rhys? How do you pronounce your last name?
Voerman.
Voerman. Jon Rhys Voerman?
Yep.
Okay, all right, I got it. Because that's really important to make sure you say someone's name correctly. I find that needs to be. But that's important to know, people, because you're out on some major platforms, aren't you? Like I just found you on Apple. And
Yes.
I
I'm
was
on
going to
Apple's
play that ahead of time and I didn't get to. But yeah, so you're on, I know you're on Apple. Are you on Spotify,
Spotify, YouTube Music,
YouTube?
the majority of major streaming platforms.
Okay, okay. So all those the major platforms. And I hear you're going to be dropping an album soon, or is that the one that's on Apple now? Because it said 2023.
I was supposed to be dropping an album within the next month, but
Oh,
unfortunately the singer was not able to make it.
oh, okay. All
So
right.
it's
So
currently on hiatus.
I guess my next question to you is, how long have you been on TikTok?
Since 2020?
Since 2020. Okay, so a couple years. So you've been on here a couple years. And do you have lives regularly or they're just whenever?
Um, Used to be quite regular, and then it got,
Uh-huh.
once a week.
Yeah.
And then now it's kind of just whenever I can fit them in.
Oh, okay. So whenever. So it's going to be really important to follow him if you're not already, because in that way you'll see when he's on. Like, I think you're on like, I caught one of your lives. It was like early in the morning for me. Was it like later in the afternoon for you then, I assume?
No, it's usually about 11 a.m. tends to be whenever I get the best crowd.
So 11 for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so 11 for you. Yeah, yeah. So it's really early in the. I'm probably not awake at that time. That's why I've missed so many.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
my the best crowd for me tends to be the European crowd. That tends
European
to,
crowd.
yeah,
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally understand that. Usually
yeah,
catch him when I'm getting ready for work in the morning. Yeah, that's what Little says, because she has to
yeah.
get up real early in the morning now to go to work. So she says she catches you then. Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
I
welcome
have
in,
quite a
everyone.
few.
Welcome
I
in.
have quite a few Finnish followers and Scandinavian followers who would pop in. So
So you get, yeah, like Chat and Chill here. We have an evening show on Tuesdays, and that pretty well does like the whole North South America area. And
yeah,
then Thursdays is supposed to be more for the European crowd. However, I've been seeing a lot of people from the States show up like whenever they can. But here's M. M is a representative of, yes, she's just welcome Klops. Klops, welcome in. He's from the States. He's been on the show. Yeah, and he's a shredder too. Oh, yeah. And let's talk about that. Let's jump right into that. I know you've been sick. So I'm
yeah,
so glad you were able to make it. I totally understand as somebody who has chronic bronchitis all the time. Yeah, like I have to cough. I tease about coughing a lung out every morning before, because people see me on the show and they think, "Oh yeah, oh if you only heard me, if you only heard." So
uh,
yeah,
my friends used to call me Black Lung. I cough that much.
yeah, 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 definitely, definitely. I understand that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a flutter. I have a flutter. It's like a pipe, and you blow into it, and it's supposed to produce a cough.
It's essentially for the past 2 weeks. Every time I breathe in, it feels like I'm vibrating.
Oh yeah, and it does feel like you got an elephant on your chest.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to my world. Yeah, yeah. But thank you everybody for being here, and thank you. Yeah, like we got 14 people now in the room. We could probably beat that. We can do that. So if you could share it out, I would appreciate it because lately TikTok has not been pushing the show out. Like it says they're notifying people, and I'm like, fake news. Yeah, just it's not happening. So, so sharing is caring here. Thank you. Share the stream and tap the screen. Oh yeah, thank you for using that emote. I can't talk. M. Yeah, thanks for doing that. Yeah, share the screen. Yes, definitely. So let's talk about your shredding. So you're basically a guitar player here on TikTok. You
Yeah.
you you
Uh,
shred. You don't sing. You said you were getting a singer for your for your band or the thing you were going to upload.
you ever heard a cat being dragged backwards through a car wash? That's how I sound singing.
Oh, okay. Okay. I understand. I don't sing on here yet
Yeah.
either. No, no. That's why I have a
No,
talk show. Where's my laptop? I can talk. I can talk for days.
no, it's always been about the guitar for me. That was
Yeah. So you're more the player. You play the guitar. So I'm supposed to ask you about a couple things. Uh,
you're
if you
supposed
don't,
to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Flutter like gave me some talking points, which I was really grateful for. Yeah. Hey, thank you for using those emotes, little. So you have a lot of guitars, I hear.
Yeah, I have a few. I have one, two, three, four guitars at the moment and a bass.
Four, just four. He only has four. Everyone, just four, right? Just four.
It's a pretty low number for what I do for work. So
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, yeah, she says, "Oh yeah, ask him about the guitars." And I'm supposed to ask you about your picking style. So when you play, do you have a certain kind of picking style that you use? Like I've watched you and you're like awesome
yeah, it's easier.
to
It's
demonstrate.
demonstrated
Yeah,
not
yeah.
on this guitar. It's not very easily demonstrated. It's easier to play it on this one than it
Oh,
is.
okay. Everybody, you're gonna get to see. It's yeah.
But yeah, Flutter is right.
Yeah,
You'll,
Flutter had gave me talking points. She says these are things you need to talk to him about.
you'll have to tell me if the sound's coming through okay. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, the picking style I developed shortly during college, and I refined it. I didn't start using it properly until I was in my 20s. Was based on the gypsy jazz stylings.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to ask you about the gypsy jazz.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the gypsy jazz developed in France. Believed in they had a picking style they called La Pompe,
The
which
pump.
was because they played on acoustics. They tried to imitate big band, so
Oh,
they because they played on acoustic guitars, they couldn't get very loud, so they tried to keep up. They would go things like So with that, they believed very firmly in the downstroke. Didn't really
uh,
believe much in the upstroke. So whenever they would go down, they would go, like a
okay.
where. So I started holding the pick very much like a gypsy jazz player. So I would anchor with my right hand like that,
Uh huh.
and I started introducing it into the style of economy picking as well. Whereas they would just go down, I would also use it up and minimize the amount of hand movement I was doing. So you would get things like, so it was very much just
Yeah.
keeping it very parallel and trying to control the amount of volume you're getting from the string
Okay.
with the pick. Because a lot of people would just hit it, whereas I would try to get like a different dynamic going. A different idea. That La Pompe and the way you hold it just completely parallel and palm it gives you more
Okay.
control.
Okay. Yes. Let's tap. You're right, Em.
And you can see with that, I'm not doing too much hand movement because I'm combining the gypsy jazz style picking, with the economy picking to keep my hand fluid.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there's not
Yeah.
a lot.
Klops, if you're still here, you did similar, similar sound. Yeah. He plays also. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Oh, and M, yes, you're right. We need to be tapping, and we need to be sharing. We went down. We took a dip, so we need to go back up. We gotta for our guest. So let's do it. Okay, sounding great though. Yes, sounding great. Yes. So that's the gypsy style, and that's the picking style that you have. But I'm also supposed to ask you about your education. So, did you have education with to know this? Is this part of
Guitar, guitar wise, I am entirely self taught
your
with the guitar.
self-taught?
I taught myself entirely.
I
When it
didn't do
came
that.
when it came to music theory, I am only partially self taught because I attended music college. I left high school when I was 16. I graduated high school
Uh huh.
and I attended music college for 2 years, in which
Okay.
I met a variety of people who helped with my music theory.
Yeah.
Uh, in particular, there was a piano player there called Tanya
Uh-huh.
who helped me a lot with learning my classical music theory, particularly because I was a fan of Vivaldi and I wanted to emulate that. What would you say? Like that neoclassical sound, that classical sound. I wanted to be able to write, that kind of, that.
Oh, yes, that's Vivaldi. Yeah. That's
So
cool. On the guitar, that's really cool. I like that. You can
with
hear the new classical in his music when he writes anything. Okay, Flutter.
yeah, I
Thing
incorporate
stops.
everything from I started playing guitar was very classically influenced, but I never knew the theory behind it because until I really got to college and Tanya, because whenever I went to college, it was all the professors were very rock based, so it was all very blues. It was all very, and that
Okay.
wasn't something I was ever particularly interested in. Was being a blues player. I wanted to do neoclassical. So Tanya sat me down with a bunch of sheet music, and well, not a bunch of sheet music, but sitting over like MSN or whatever, or Facebook, whatever it was at the time, and she explained like how exactly the melodic minor worked, uh, and how to apply that over the seventh and the second diminished of the progressions.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Like you really understand this. I'm listening to him going, yeah.
It was very much a beginning. After that, once you really understand the
Mhm.
modal changes, because once you get into that head, it was when Tanya explained to me that everything is entirely relative within music, that it becomes a lot less scary.
Yeah.
Like once you realize, uh, hello T, darling. That's my Melt T. She's one of my main moderators.
Yes, and if you share this out to your friends and followers over there, that'll help.
I
We need
have, I've shared
to
that.
get his numbers up. Thank you.
But she helped me gather into my head that everything's relative. So if you take that, the most simple one for guitar, the E Aeolian, better known as the E minor, which almost every guitarist will have to learn at some stage. That's eight,
Okay.
7 notes with the E note to complete it. That's all
Well,
exactly the same notes as the G major scale,
mhm.
and it's also exactly the same notes as. Sorry, because I'm sick, my head's all over the place.
Oh, I no, you're fine.
It's exactly the same as the B Phrygian. So once you know that, and then you see somebody go, right, this song's in B Phrygian, you just go, oh, well, I can just play the E minor scale over that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have him play something, Flutter. Definitely. Sorry,
But
the lights went out.
yeah, it's the same with, there's the E harmonic minor,
Okay.
same as the E Phrygian dominant.
Ooh,
Very,
that's
very
cool.
popular in
Good morning.
Arabic music and Egyptian music, things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it has that feel. Yeah, so Flutter really wants you to play something. So would you grace us with playing? I'll even put. Would you? Do you mind being in the big box? Like I can move you and make you so that they can see the whole guitar, maybe or better.
Uh, don't mind at all. Yeah,
You don't
I've
mind.
only
I'm going to ask that because I think some people get uncomfortable with that. So that's yeah. And some people don't care. They're like, I don't care. You can put me in the big box. I'd rather be in the big box. Whatever. But it takes me a second to move. While he's getting guitar, I'm going to move the boxes. So thank you, everyone. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, yes, he's hacking the lung. I hear it. Yeah, dude, you got to take care of that. I know that is not good.
excuse me, sorry.
No, hold on. I got to there we go. He's in the big box, everybody. I did it. Yay. I did it. I did it. Wow. All right. So you see, they can see a little better. They'll hold it. Yeah, because they're gonna want to see this in action. And then we're gonna talk about those fingers. I want to talk about those fingers later after you play. Yeah.
You'll have to give me a second to get the levels right here because I don't
No,
have.
you're fine. And while you're getting the levels, hey everyone, notice the emotes. If you're a subscriber, you get to use those special emotes. And so we voted for pin art, and that's the lighter blue. But then Tuesday, they said the darker blue ones looked better. So I left them both in there for today. So if you're a subscriber, um, let me know which ones you like better. Okay. And yeah, there's a subscriber section on Discord. See, yeah, there's the darker blue. Yeah, darker blue seems to show up better, but let me know, or if you want both. All right, now we're ready. I had to do a little commercial there before I forgot. Oh, Oh my goodness. Wow, that's awesome. Now, everyone, you have to realize our guest today has been a little under the weather, so we got to give him a little grace on that. And so if he has to cough, I totally understand. So, yeah.
Yeah, apologies.
No, that's fine. We understand. Well, okay. I don't know if we all understand. I truly understand. So I get it. Yeah. 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 I
And thank
definitely,
you, T, for being here.
I was hacking it out before I got on, so I could talk. So there's that. I love that song. Thank you for playing it. Wow. I need the pink brush after. Oh, okay. Hey, Grizz, welcome in. Oh, Grizz is here. Hi, Grizz. Yeah, so that was awesome. That was completely awesome. But I got to ask you about the tats on the fingers and the arms there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that I wanted to ask you about that before. So, how'd you get started doing that? I mean, like they're even on his fingers when he's playing. It's kind of cool when you're in your own live and you can see him real close. Hey, speaking of cool, Cool's here.
Yeah, I started with that one there,
Uh huh.
COBHC one.
Uh huh.
It's just two intertwined sides. I got that one, I think I was 21, 20,
Oh, okay.
I think. Obviously, I couldn't get started on the full sleeve until I was a bit older and had a bit more money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, there's always that.
And then there was the Follow the Reaper one as
Okay.
a tribute to the man who inspired me to start playing guitar.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Um, yeah, um, we just did the sleeve up with a load of. I've always been a big fan of Norse mythological stories.
Okay.
Uh, my grandfather was a reverend. He told me all sorts of Christian stories. I've started an interest in general stories of mythologies and legends. And it's the same way I have uh, a huge Japanese back piece on my
Oh, yeah.
back.
She said in the back of your neck you have a big. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've two bits on my neck.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. Flutter's telling all. Yeah.
Yeah, the one on my finger is the lyre of Apollo, the Greek god of music.
See that? See that on the finger, folks? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's got them all on, even on his fingers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Suze Baker has a question. I see it now. She says, "Is it the same artist that's done all of them, or did you go to different artists?"
The man, excuse me, the man that did my sleeve, other except the two, these two bits. The
Uh
man
huh.
that did this sleeve and my back piece it was all the same artist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because not all artists are that creative like that. I mean, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was trained in kabuki theater art. So whenever I went to him for my back piece, he sat me down and we talked out like different life experiences and how to properly, like how the Japanese would properly depict that in
Okay. Yeah.
art, and came up
Yeah.
with how to properly show.
Yeah, sweet work, Sue says. Sweet work. Yeah, and I just looked at the time. Usually about halfway through the show, I do open it up to let the chat ask some questions. Sue just jumped in because she's Sue, you know.
Yeah,
But it worked. It worked with what we were talking about. So, if you have a question down in the chat that you would like to ask, and it's appropriate, because I have to say that, just because it's just me, I have to say that. You can put it in the chat, and I know it takes them a little bit to get it in there. What me?
yeah.
Well, Sue's, yeah, you would be one that I'd have to keep an eye on. Yes, yes. But we would all laugh. I'm telling you, we would all having a good time with
I
whatever.
wouldn't, I wouldn't trust Suze as far as I could throw her.
Yeah, yeah. Susan's going to be on the show. What did I say? At the end of February, the 29th on a leap year. Yeah, she's going to be on, and I'm definitely going to have to set that to adult. I'm just saying.
You're telling me that you're having Suze on the show, and I've been sitting here trying to filter my swear words.
Well, I forgot to set it to. I was going to set it to adult, and I got sidetracked. But you know what? We only got like 12 people in the room. If you need to let something rip, it's okay. But yeah,
I was
yeah.
born and raised in Northern Ireland. Every other word for me is a swear word.
Well, uh, Ironhead off camera. Yeah, there's quite a few come out. I do have some Irish uh, ancestry myself, so it comes out of my mouth. From Ireland. I had ancestors from Ireland, so yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
other
cool.
places as well.
Yeah, cool. I am Northern Irish, born and raised.
Yeah, Cool's from Scotland. I have some of that too.
Uh,
I'm a mutt. I'm from the States, where I'm a little bit of everything. But yeah, I'm going over to Belfast this month for work. Cool says. Okay, all right.
don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Yeah, in Scotland. Scotland's better.
Stay in Scotland. Born to Rise. Hello, welcome in. Yeah. So anyway, so that was his tats. I wanted you to guys see his like on his. He has them even on his fingers. So I hear you have a recent award. I'm supposed to ask you about
What, sorry?
a recent award. You won an award for something.
Oh,
That's what Flutter told me to ask you.
uh, that was back in October. Yeah.
Well, that's fairly recent in our world.
Uh, yeah, I entered a just to see what happened. I entered a competition for classical music composition,
Oh, okay.
and it was an international music competition. Uh, it was, I think it's based in New York. It was called the King's Peak
Oh,
Music
okay.
Award, and I won.
Okay, well, that's cool. Everybody, congratulations. Yeah. And I know Sue said it was last year. Okay, a couple months ago it was in 2023. Yes, so technically it was last year.
Yeah,
Just saying.
I was the only entrant that didn't wasn't sponsored by a school and wasn't formally educated in classical music.
Oh, I'm impressed with that. Emma says, "Well done, Reese. You deserve it." Yes, they
Thanks,
say
kindly.
congrats. Yes. And I'm looking at the chat. So, hey, I just want to say to everybody, thank you for share. I've seen the shares going out. So thank you for that. And thank you. We have over 11K likes. So thank you for that as well. And if you're not following Jon Rhys Voerman right now, you need to, because he goes live here on TikTok and he's going to have music. He has music. I saw it on Apple. Oh, thank you, Little Ironhead. He's on the major platforms. He's got some cool shredding. He's just won an award there for entering a piece of music. And so, do you write your own music? Do you compose your own music?
Yeah, what I just played for you there now
That
was
was
composition of my own.
that was an original. That was an original, everyone. Yes. And speaking of that, um, you're also on YouTube. Do you have that music on YouTube as well for people that want to go back and watch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
There is all my music's on YouTube Music as well. There's some, excuse me.
You're
There's
fine.
some lyric videos on YouTube and Instagram of my music.
The song he did was his own. Yes. Flutter, you're right.
Mm.
And speaking of that, I'm looking at time. Would you all like to hear another song? Since they're not coming up with a lot of questions. If you feel up to it, that's. I know you're not feeling well. M says yes, she would love to hear one. Definitely, Mike and Dog says, Gypsy Jazz, please. Sue says, absolutely, Born to Write. See, it takes a few seconds. Yes, they would love to hear it. They would rather hear the music than us talking, I'm sure. Okay, maybe they would rather hear the music than me talking, but that's, yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please.
I'll try a bit of gypsy jazz, but it's been a while since I've played any.
Oh, look at that guitar. Hey, cool. Look at that guitar. What kind of guitar is it? Before you even start, what kind of guitar is that?
This this is one of my favorites. This is my Richie Sambora Uh,
It's like two guitars and what you said you have four guitars, but that counts as two in my book. I
yeah,
don't
this is
know.
my Richie Sambora custom ovation,
It's an ovation. Yeah, yeah.
and this was that from as long as I've been playing guitar, this was the only acoustic I ever wanted.
Oh wow, I'm impressed with it. Okay, can't wait to hear how it sounds. He's got to make
Sure.
sure it's tuned and sound stuff going there, folks. So give him a second. Yeah, thank you for that. Oh, thank you, Mike and the dog. Yeah, yeah. He does deserve that. Yes, 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 yes.
Ooh, why was that up there?
Oh yeah. Tune me up. Sue says, tune me up. Yeah, well, some of us do need a tune up. I'm just saying. Yeah. Oh, that sounds pretty. Um,
Something wrong with her bridge, I think.
oh no.
No, that's okay. When it comes to gypsy jazz, I don't have a set thing that I play.
It's just you?
I No, I improvise over a lot of. I just improvise. So a lot of what I work on when it comes to gypsy jazz is I studied a lot of improvisational techniques when I was
Uh-huh.
younger. I
Yes.
wanted to be able to just improvise. So whenever I play gypsy jazz, I just improvise. I don't go by any structure or anything like that. It's not a
Oh,
set
oh,
piece.
breaking news. Sorry. Flutter says, can you get them to move his camera so we can see his top hand? I,
My top hand.
yeah. I
I do
don't.
apologize, but this is really the only place I can set you.
Yeah, I think that's my. And I put him in the big box so you could see more. Yeah. I don't know, hon. We can only see the left hand. You can only see the left hand. Oh, you want to see both hands? Is that what you're wanting to see? Is that what you're trying
I
to
would
say,
have to
Flutter? You want?
sit all the way back here, so you wouldn't really be able to see what notes I'm picking.
But you get to see a little bit more. Yeah.
I'll have a go at that.
Okay, we'll give it a go and see. Whatever you want to do.
Top-rated freelance experts in a variety of AI services.
Wow. I was mesmerized by that. I was just listening and just kind of like doing my little rocking and tapping and just kind of going. And people were making comments I was reading. They said thank you, but they were saying how true talent and Cool says he's inspired. He wants to try that style to improve in it. And just thank you everybody for being here, and thank you for being so complimentary of our guest. He is a true artist, definitely. And he's over on the other side of the pond for me, but and he's been a little under the weather, so I was didn't even know if you can make it today. Flutter had told me the other day that you were not feeling well, and I said, well, if we had to reschedule, it was okay. I understand, but you've pushed through, and so we appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Oh, and
Yeah,
here they are. They're saying wow and yes, and yeah, they're applauding. Woo! Yes, definitely.
gypsy jazz is a fascinating.
It
It's
is.
fascinating. It's amazing how many people don't realize how fast gypsy jazz can be, especially like Django Reinhardt, who himself only had like, was it 2 or 3 fingers?
Wow.
Uh, him doing all of the
Yeah, that's
playing
cool.
really quickly like that.
It's just a very relaxing kind of like chill vibe that you could get into. Uh, yes.
It's very much that,
Yeah.
it's very fascinating stylings that the gypsy jazz has, and there's, for me, getting to talk about music is so important to me, because whenever people approach learning the guitar, it's very rock and
Yeah.
metal oriented, and when they approach learning it that way, they always end up locked into a blues thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
which can be very limiting, particularly. But even the way they approach like the pentatonic scale, which is what most people learn, the
Yeah.
even that can be severely limiting, because the pentatonic scale comes from Oriental.
Okay.
So even though it sounds bluesy, it actually comes from the Orient. So if you use it a different way, it actually comes from old Oriental folk songs.
Wow.
So rock and metal, blues, things like that can be very limiting in the way it teaches, and it teaches people to be very, they teach a thing called feel, and they
Uh-huh.
teach a lot about that the only way you can play well is through feel, but feel is only blues, and to me is so limiting.
Mm,
You can like what you like, but to dismiss so many other types of guitar and
right.
so many other types of music is very limiting.
Yeah.
So to get to talk about these other types of amazing guitar properly is, it's something I've always wanted to do. I've always
M
been able to.
M says wise words. Yes. I
Yeah,
agree, M. Yeah.
there's so much to it.
Oh, and there are lots of styles. And yeah, and I get you with that. Shredding sounds great. There's time that you feel that. There's a time you feel the blues. But this is another vibe. This jazzy style that you were doing, the gypsy jazz, wasn't it? Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
that's cool too. That's cool too. Yeah.
that's the thing. Even in the heavy music that I would do, like the heavy music, I try to put in as much of the
Gypsy jazz style.
classical and gypsy
That's
jazz
cool.
that I tried, that I would learn. There's always a bit of that into it. If I had more time, I would try to share more. But
Oh yeah, I know we're winding down, but that gets us what Flutter's saying down here. She says, "Let's book him to come on again." And I would love to have him back on the show when, especially when you're feeling better. That would help, because I know that you're trying to hold the cough in when you were playing, and I'm like, oh, poor guy, I feel you, because when it hits you. It's just like, oh goodness,
Oh yeah, it hits hard.
it hits hard, and yeah, when you try to hold it back, trust me, I know. Yeah, that doesn't help. So you always hear classical in everything he writes. Yeah, so we would love to have you back on. Would you consider coming back on the show, maybe when you feel better later on, and we can do that in a few weeks or months from now, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd happily come back on.
that would be cool because I would love to hear more. Would you all like to hear more about the the educational part of it to understand? Yeah, I would. He's also looking for a singer, and you might know one or two. Okay, yeah, I know some singers. I know a few. Yeah, you're always looking for a singer. All right, well, that's good to know. Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to branch away from being as heavy because I never wanted to be the singer of my own music. I did it out of necessity. So
Introduce him to Jamie. I think he'd like her. Oh, yeah, Jamie was on Tuesday. She's an awesome singer. But I guess my question is this. Does your singer have to be over in Europe, or can they be anywhere in the world?
no, the keyboardist I work with is from Peru.
Okay. 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 I was gonna say I know some Brazilian singers down there, but Jamie was on Tuesday and she's got a beautiful voice. Do they have to have a certain quality? You're looking for male or female, and a certain style. What are you looking for?
I'm mainly looking for someone that
You can see this.
has their own initiative
Yeah.
and can has a basic knowledge of what they're doing because I'm looking for somebody that can create vocal harmonies rather than just
Oh,
being
Jamie
very
might be.
straightforward.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put up my sound bites. I had my mother yesterday, which was a whole. If anybody knows about taking care of dealing with your mom, I was like, so I didn't get anything done yesterday, but I'm gonna put some sound bites up from Tuesday's show. If you could get a chance to listen to her, she at the end of her show Tuesday night. She's a singer and she's from Kansas, so she's from the Midwest here. Her daughter popped up and wanted to be with her mom, and I'm like, okay, as long as mom's there, the daughter can be there because TikTok's really, about people being under 18 on a live. So, but mom
Yeah.
was there and mom was giving consent that the girl was there, and so it's like, okay, we're cool. And so they were harmonizing together, and it was so beautiful. So I have a feeling she could harmonize as yeah. And she sings with some bands too. Yeah, I'll have to get you her info. I'll do that because she's a good
Be
one.
interesting to see.
She's a possibility. And I know a bunch of others as well, but yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's what Flutter said down. Jamie has the kind of voice he likes. Okay, I'm sure you would know Flutter. You, yeah, yeah. Flutter knows. Okay. Hey,
Well,
Linda Lambert, thanks for joining.
if
Thanks
she
for
can go
joining.
back and forth from sweet to grit, I'm happy.
Okay, sweet to grit. Okay. All right. Yeah. She has, okay. What did I say? Her vibe reminded me of do you remember like, well, okay, you might not. This might have been before your boy. Yeah. What's up, folks? My ceiling. I don't know. Not much. Uh, you remember Jewel from like, I went she like around the 90s or 2000 area. Hey, Rebecca, welcome in. If you ever heard Jewel, I don't know. She's an American artist. Well, she can, I don't know.
No, I'm
She
afraid
kind of
not.
has that vibe. Her voice, there's some similar, she songwrites as well. And yeah, I don't know. I'll just get with you. You can listen. And, if it works, it works. It doesn't, you know, whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's great.
yeah. Follow the live creator. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, follow, 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 follow. If you're not following our guest today, Rhys here, Jon Rhys Voerman, you need to because he goes live here on TikTok. He has music on the major platforms, so you need to know his name So, because you're like me, you're like, what's the name again? Yeah. So that you can listen because I forget things. Yeah. So do that. So follow right now. If you want to follow Chat and Chill, I will be okay. Some people have today. Thank you for that. I'm trying to get my count up. Apparently I decided I gotta boost this count. Yeah. So please and thank you. You can also use his music when you're making videos on TikTok. That is true. I heard that your music has been approved by TikTok as official.
Yes, I became a
Yes.
certified artist.
Certified artist. Yeah, because sometimes I make videos and then it says, oh, that's been muted because you have to choose a different music. Okay, TikTok. But so if you use Reese's, it's going to work. Okay. So yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. So he has been certified by TikTok, his music on here. So check him out. So I'm looking at the time. It's time to wind down. I know he's probably tired and needs to get. Are you going to get final countdown? Final countdown. We'll do the final countdown here in a minute. Yeah, he's certifiable. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm certified. That was a joke. Okay. All right. Yeah. I am certified to teach, but I'm certified. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So what we do here is I play the theme song out. It's just a little song, and then we wave goodbye to everybody so they can say bye, and I count it down. I think that's what she's meaning. Maybe. All right. So here we go, everyone.
My live, Suze.
Yeah, Suze. Reese play. Oh, he plays that final countdown. Oh, but he's coughing on. Yeah, if you're not feeling final countdown, we could do that another time when you come on again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it another time.
On my live, I tend to do final countdown.
Yeah, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, but he's yeah. So let's just do that. So we don't want to. Yeah. Hey Danielle, welcome in. We're about ready to go, but here we go. Because it's almost 12:30 for me, which is no 6:30.
The Ironhead Chat and Chill Show.
Keep them wanting more. That's right, Suze. Okay, here comes the next song. That's gonna tell them bye. Yeah, we tell them bye. Bye, and it takes them a little bit because it's the chat. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for all the gifts. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all that sharing and support. We do appreciate it here. Oh, see, they're waving now. See how it took a while? And take care, Reese. Definitely. Take care of that. And I'll count down and I'll end it. Oh, he's going to play by ear. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. Bye.